Court justice.
That's right.
His name was Spencer Travel.
That's right. That's right.
And he made enough money from selling the book that he just retired from the bench and lived the rest of his life in a cottage in Michigan, fly fishing all the time. That's all he did. Yeah. Not a bad way to live.
If you like fly fishing.
If you like fly fishing, it figures a lot in the movie. Actually, fly fishing is part of the movie.
Okay.
Part of the book, but yeah.
Huh.
So and then from there, let's see, where do we go from there? From Marquette, we moved to. Do we go back to Milwaukee? Yeah, we went back to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We went back to Milwaukee and moved to a different part of Cudahy.
Yeah.
We moved from southern Cudahy to northern Cudahy.
You're right.
And then I was in junior high, so that's how I remember it. I was in the 7th and 8th, maybe it was the 8th and 9th grades.
Yeah.
Right.
And the neighbor next to us had a high wire fence that separated the two properties. Yeah.
I know that house. I've been by it. I've taken pictures of it.
Yeah.
That one's easy to find. The one in South Cudahy I can't figure out, but the one in northern Cudahy I know exactly where that house is. I've driven down that road in the last couple of years. And
you have a deep regard for history.
No.
He has a certain regard. Well, it's part of one of his many subjects. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to track down where we all went together. So we went and lived there for a couple of years, and then moved. This was interesting. Then we moved to Michigan, and I remember actually making the move on I'm trying to remember the name of that boat. It was the Clipper, I think. Was it called the Clipper?
Milwaukee Clipper.
The Milwaukee Clipper.
Well, the Milwaukee Clipper was the white one, but I think you're thinking about the Badger or the...
No, it was not the Badger that we took. I think it was the Clipper. It was the last season. It was the very last season it sailed there.
That's right, on the Milwaukee Clipper. It was a white, but remember...
Yeah, it was the very... we actually moved. We actually loaded our stuff up on that boat, and we got on the boat, and that's how we moved from Wisconsin to Michigan. It was on the Clipper, and then the Clipper was decommissioned.
Yes, I remember that.
And today it's docked in Muskegon.
They still...
Yeah, it's
docked
they have
in
Muskegon.
In Muskegon dock.
Yeah.
But
But that's how we moved there.
How about the Mackinac, the big Mackinac?
And that, I don't know where that is. I have seen it in Chicago at Navy Pier. I mean, the Mackinac was used to make Christmas tree runs from northern Michigan to Chicago.
Well, there was a Christmas tree ship.
Right. That was and they used the Mackinac for that ultimately.
Yeah.
They loaded up.
Harriet,
Coming.
Yeah, but so that's when we moved to Michigan, and that would have been in 70 or 71.
Is it Eileen?
Yeah.
Well, how are you today?
That's the little...
That would have been in the fall of 1970.
That's
Easter is tomorrow. Do you have a basket?
Remember the American family?
Right.
Easter
Harriet's
basket.
friends, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do, and some eggs.
That would have been in the fall of 1970.
A whole bunch. Yeah. Well,
that's right. Well,
well, Gail is better. He's visiting with his son and his granddaughter. They are at the kitchen table. You remember the big man who came to visit 2 years ago at your house?
Yeah.
The big dog.
That's Gail's son, and he has brought his daughter to see Gail. Yes, it's very nice. And
Is he the tallest of all your children?
when can you come
or is
to
Mike
see
taller?
Gail?
I
Maybe
think I'm a little
next
bit
week,
taller.
next Saturday, next
I'm
Sunday,
tall.
maybe.
Dan might have been a little bit taller than me.
Good.
might have been what?
Might have been a little bit taller than me.
Yeah, Dan was quite tall.
You are.
Mike was around
At
for
your
a long
school?
time, and he studied
When is
Buffalo.
this?
Yeah.
So yeah, and thereupon you stayed.
Well, you have a nice time.
In
Is
Michigan
FA
for a
going
long time.
also?
Yes.
at least 10 years.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, from 70 to at least 1980.
Yeah.
When did you get out of the Coast
How is
Guard?
your
When did you
mom?
retire? What year, do you remember?
1980.
Well, so it was exactly 10 years,
Yeah.
or 11 years, yeah.
Oh, hey, who is
Exactly 10 years, and I was off in law school then,
Yes.
and then you were
Where
out,
is your
and then
school?
you went to work in South Carolina,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how can I get
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
and so
That area.
yeah, yeah, those were 10 years in Michigan, which is the longest by far we'd lived in.
Where is it? Like, tell me how to go and maybe
Yeah.
we'll
So it was really
go.
different for my younger brothers and sisters than it was for me, because the younger ones in
Parkway.
particular basically grew up in Michigan in one
Yeah.
place, and I did not. I lived everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's
lived
right.
in.
That's true. That's very true.
That explains, yeah.
I think you were,
Kennesaw
I
Charter
think you were
School,
born in,
Hog
I
Park.
think you
Parkway.
were born in the Mercy Hospital in Watertown, New York. I think it was
What's it called, Mercy Hospital?
Mercy, I think it was.
Yeah. I know it was Watertown.
Okay,
that's for
is
sure.
it,
It's on my passport.
let's see.
So
I know
Is
it's
it,
Watertown. Yeah.
You know, when you go,
And
let's see. Is
That's
it,
funny.
is it high like the mall up there, or not before the mall, or before the mall or after the mall? Uh,
What was he like as a baby? As a little one?
oh, perfect. in
I'm
every
sure
way,
he
right?
says he
Yeah,
was a saint.
Okay, let me call that school and I can get directions. Kennesaw Charter School? Oh, call Parkway.
I would fight with Mike's
Okay, well, we
son.
may be there, okay?
And Megan, we picked on Megan,
Okay.
unfortunately. We used to pick on her all the time. I remember
Okay,
one time
maybe
getting
we
really mad at
come,
her,
okay?
picking her up and throwing her through a glass door.
Maybe.
And she was maybe 6 years old, something like that.
She was wiry as all.
I wasn't trying to, it
She
just
was
happened.
wiry. She used to swing in Marquette. We had a.
Yeah.
He's a little bit better. Maybe we can
You
do
guys
that because we're
try to
going
pull
out
her
that
off
way
this
to
way. You
eat,
couldn't
out
do
on
it.
Barrett Parkway,
She was
you know?
she was wiry, very wiry.
Yeah. I got a couple pictures here, Meg, I'll show you. In fact.
Okay, go Barrett Parkway, blah,
I'll
blah,
show you
blah,
some
and
pictures.
turn the north way.
You know,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he had her go visit after, was it Hurricane Sandy?
She came and stayed with me in Chicago when the big storm came
Big
up.
Publix and then,
40 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
cemetery.
Good image too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try
I
this.
know where that is.
Here, I'll show you pictures of Meg. But here's a picture that will interest you right much.
Okay, that cemetery is there, Wine Hall. Uh-huh.